Hi everyone, it's the Sandman, just checking in with you for another video. So I wanted to give you a little bit more of a ride-along video this time. I know typically I can only show you little snippets, but today I wanted to show you a little bit more of a ride-along. So basically, if you're interested in the security profession, you can either be a static security guard or officer, or you can be a patrol security guard or officer. So in terms of patrol, I patrol a large private community. So one of my functions is traffic enforcement. So right now I'm just monitoring traffic. We also have radar, so we monitor speeds, and we do issue tickets. I know that sounds surprising, but we are a private community, so all of the roads are private, and the residents agree to following the rules of the community when they join the homeowners association. So as part of that, if they speed or drive recklessly, then we enforce those rules. We want to make sure that people are safe in this community, so we do enforce speed limits. So let me just take you on a quick ride. I'll show you a little bit of what I do. So I just cleared from some traffic observation. I was just observing some traffic. Now I'm gonna go and do a little bit of vehicle patrol. So what do I look for when I'm on vehicle patrol? Like I said, I'm looking for traffic violations. So it could be people speeding or driving recklessly. It could also be people just simply being suspicious, right? I might see a vehicle parked all off on its own, and I'm going to investigate that. The other thing I look for is trails. So that's a trailhead right there. So I'm checking the trailheads throughout the community just to see if anybody might be in distress. I've come across bicycles that have gotten flat tires, or they may have crashed somehow. Maybe they hit a pothole. People have been injured. So you just never know what you're going to find on patrol. And you can see in this type of environment, it's very wooded, it's very rural. So when somebody is injured from walking, running, biking, whatever it might be, skiing in the winter, they really appreciate having a security officer come by and check on them and call the necessary emergency services that they need. The fortunate thing is, like I said, I'm also an EMT, so I have a lot of different experience in that, and I am able to serve as a first responder just like my co-workers. So we're the first responders. We show up to those emergencies and we stabilize the scene until the ambulance arrives to transport. So this is just, like I said, a quick preview of what I do. You'll notice too, I mentioned it in my other videos, when I'm patrolling, I like to leave the window at least partially cracked. So the reasoning for that is you want to be able to hear if somebody's calling for help. Like I said, I've come across people who have had bicycle accidents, or they were running and they suddenly injured their legs. So, it's nice to be able to hear when people are calling for help. If you've got the windows rolled up and you're just listening to music and, zoning out, you're not patrolling properly, right? Part of patrolling is to have your windows slightly open and to be listening for any issues. When you're also listening, you are, like I said, you're constantly scanning your surroundings, and you are also smelling. You might smell smoke. You might smell something that could stand out and draw your attention. For example, somebody might be having a bonfire that they shouldn't be having, or there could be an actual forest fire. You just never know what you're going to come across. I've seen all kinds of incidents in my time. So basically, you want to make sure that you are in tune with your surroundings and paying close attention for anything that's out of the ordinary. So you see, you know, I'm waving to the residents. I see residents drive by, I wave to them. That's part of community relations. You want to make sure that you are being approachable and courteous to the residents. Ultimately, these residents pay our salaries, so we need to make sure that we are courteous to them. We want to treat them with respect. Does that mean that we should let them be above the rules or above the law? No. We still want to enforce the rules and the law, but we do not want to be rude when we're approaching those types of violations. The other thing I want to bring up is it's important to remember that, like I said, you might be uncomfortable going back to the window issue. You might be uncomfortable if it's cold, or today it's hot. You know, it's summertime, it's hot and it's humid, but I still have the window slightly cracked, right? So you want to still be in tune with your surroundings so that you're engaged and you know what's going on. Now, what am I doing in these back areas? So in these more rural areas, I'm looking for, like I said, suspicious vehicles. I'm looking for potentially downed trees, downed wires. You know, on a day like today, it's sunny right now, but earlier today it was raining and storming. So I'm on the lookout for any downed trees or downed wires that need to be reported. You know, sometimes they are blocking entire roadways or partially obstructing roadways. So I'm looking out for all of those types of issues. I'm also looking out for any littering. You know, we do get illegal dumping at times. So we want to make sure that, you know, we report all of that to the proper departments for cleanup. So we don't want to have litter throughout the community. It just makes it look bad. And then we also want to try to figure out who's doing it. You know, is it a resident? You know, is it a guest? Who's throwing out trash, and is it a habit? You know, is it somebody who's doing it regularly, or is it somebody who just did it randomly? So I can see over there's a beer can, for example. So that beer can is clearly litter, you know, potentially in this area. Could somebody have been drinking out of their car? Yes, because this is a very rural area. Maybe somebody was parked here and they were drinking. I'm going to make a note of that in my log, just so I know, okay, I might want to check this area a little later tonight, so that way I know that it's clear and somebody's not actually back here. You know, this is an area I want to pay more attention to, because now I see that beer can. Somebody could be hanging out here at night, drinking beers, and then driving intoxicated. You know, that's obviously something we don't want. That endangers the safety of our residents. So those are the kinds of issues I'm looking for on patrol. I do have my laptop right here, so I log everything that I do. So you can see my laptop. So I log everything that I do digitally. So digitally I have all those records, and I can search plates, and I can search everything I need in my laptop. To give you the other overview of the vehicle, I have my radio, so my mobile radio, so I can communicate. And then also I have my portable radio, which you probably already noticed on my person. Then I have my light controls, my sirens for responding to emergencies, and of course I have water. So water is very important. It's important year-round, but especially on a day like today where it's so hot and humid, you want to make sure to hydrate. So that's the overview of what I do on patrol. So that's a quick glimpse of how I patrol. I know you've seen my other videos. In other videos I am, you know, in the middle of winter or in the middle of spring. So I wanted to show you a summertime video just to give you a glimpse of what it's like. You know, and in some of these areas I really love to, you know, just roll down the windows completely and listen to any potential obstructions. I might hear gunshots in the woods, for example. We don't allow hunting, so that's something that I would be, you know, on the lookout for. But it's also just nice. It's really refreshing to be out here. You can hear the birds chirping. You can take in the sunlight as you're patrolling, and it's really nice. I feel very, very blessed to be able to have this job. It's one of the best jobs in the world. So like I said, there are definitely negative times when you have to enforce the rules and confront violators of the rules, but it is what it is. It's all part of the job. Every job has its advantages and disadvantages. In this particular job, like I said, I see a whole lot more advantages than disadvantages. So basically, that's what patrol is like in a nutshell. I patrol the rural areas, and then obviously we also have the more settled areas, like for example the athletic facilities, tennis courts and all of that. We check all of those just to make sure people have the proper passes to use those facilities, and then also parking permits, so we're looking out for those types of issues. And then as we patrol too, we're just responding to any calls. You know, people call in simple issues such as, you know, dog complaints, dogs that are barking too loudly, and they also call in complex issues like medical emergencies. So it's a whole spectrum, and we respond to it all. So it's a very unique environment, and I know you all have worked in different types of security settings at different sites. And I have too. I've worked at different sites, but this is by far my favorite because it's outdoors. We're able to patrol, we're able to interact with people, and we're able to help people in a very direct way. Like I said, whether it be something as simple as a dog complaint to something as complex as a medical emergency, we're here. We're the first responders. So I hope that helps you to understand more of what I do. I get a lot of questions from my subscribers asking for more ride-along videos so you can see how I operate on a daily basis. So I hope that helps to shed some light on what I do. And please let me know in the comment section below. Let me know how you guys patrol. What do you look out for? I really like to hear from you. I enjoy the discussions that happen in the comment section, and I try to respond as soon as I can. So thank you everybody for watching, and I hope you'll also like and subscribe to my channel so that way I know people are interested, and I'll keep making more videos. Thanks everybody, and I hope you stay safe.